Alright, so today I have somebody with me and they're going to show us how we can do plant propagation. I don't know what is plant propagation. I don't know if you guys know, never do it before. So she's going to, tell us how we can get active throughout the pandemic at home, and if we have one long tree or one long flowers home where we want to replant, we want to plant peace somewhere else. She's going to show us how we can cut the plant and transplant it in another area or a container. So with me, you not plan to come? You not plan to show yourself? Alright, so guys, this is my friend, my sister, my everything, So she's Andrea, and she's going to show us how to do plant propagation. She's actually a science teacher, guys. A science or agricultural teacher. So we get it straight off the bat, people. Legit information. Alright, so I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then we can get into the activity.
Okay guys, so as Karine already said, I am Andrea and I'm an agricultural science teacher by profession, and today we'll be doing plant propagation. So many of you probably wondering what is plant propagation, so let me give you a simple definition. So plant propagation is a process by creating new plants asexually. So it will not include pollination, bees, and it will not include pollination, it will not include seed fertilization. So what we'll be doing is actually creating a new plant from a mother plant, right? That's what we call it. So you have the original plant, we call it the mother plant, and then we're going to take either the leaf or a stem from it, and then we're going to create another plant. So that plant is going to look identical as the mother plant, right? So you call it the daughter plant. All right, so that's what we are going to do today. So I'm just going to show you how you can do plant propagation at home, how you can let your garden look bulky, with more plants. So sometimes you're at home, you don't have anything to do, you want to do something, little gardening. Well, this is one of the ways you can do it. Okay, so let's begin. Okay guys, so what we're going to do, we are going to remove a part of the plant. This is a Croton plant. So in order for it to propagate properly, we are going to cut this plant, and we're going to cut it below the node, right? Because the node is where the leaves spring from, and it's also where the roots are going to spring from when you plant it in a container. So we're going to plant it below the node, and these little things that you see here, these are actually the nodes. So I'm going to cut it right here. Okay. And guys, use a sharp knife or a sharp scissors. So as you can see, we have the nodes here, so I cut it below the node. Okay guys, so the things that you're going to need for your plant propagation, you're going to need your container that you're going to plant it in. You need your soil, of course, and guys, if you have loam soil at home, that would be the best soil to use. Of course, your plant and the water, all right, and your knife. All right, so first what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bore the bottom of the container. And why am I doing this? When you pour the water in the soil, in the container, you want to ensure that the water run out, because you don't want the plant in that stagnant water, because it will actually
them call water
rot. Too? Yes, and it will cause rot to the plant. So if you have a sharp knife, we use it to bore the holes. Oh boy, my knife is a little dull. Hold on guys. Okay, here we go.
It necessarily has to be at the bottom, or
yes,
it can be,
you need it
like around the container.
Well, it's best if you do it at the bottom, so the water pass through the soil. So the soil will get damp, because I know the plant need the water, but it don't want too much water. And guys, you don't have to water the plant every day. Alright. So I bore it. I don't know if you can see it. See? I bore it. Okay. Alright, so this is our Croton plant. So we are going to remove some of the leaves. Okay. So don't need more than 2 leaves or 1. Alright, so this part here, these are what we call the nodes, as I mentioned earlier while I was cutting the stem of the plant to remove this part here so we could propagate it. So this part we call the nodes, and this is where new leaves emerge from. And as you can see, I cut the plant below the node because this is where the roots are going to spring from. Okay, all right, so what I can do is strip it.
You might not blind me pussy now.
Okay guys, that, so we still have the nodes there. Okay, I pour my soil into my container. Oops. Okay guys, so I pour the soil into the container. I'm going to pour the water. It's going to run out. Cut it fine. Okay guys, so I'm pouring the water into the container. To see, you realize that it is draining. So the water that I just pour in the soil is now draining, as you can see. So we will reduce waterlogging or remove that stagnant water that we don't want. Alright, so the soil is draining now guys, as you can see. Soil is draining. Okay guys, so now I'm going to plant it. Okay.
How far?
So you don't have to put it all the way into the soil, but you just need to ensure that the node is covered, right? So my container actually needs some more soil, which I'm going to fill up in a little while. So you need more soil, but you need to ensure that this part here that we cut, remember that part here, ensure that it is deep enough in the soil, but it don't need to be all the way down the bottom. Alright, we'll cover the nodes. So within 2 to 3 weeks or a month, we should be seeing new roots. And when we get new roots guys, it means that we can transplant it back into the garden, and then you'll have a new Croton plant. Okay. Alright, Karine, that's it. Okay guys, so this is something that I did about 3 or 4 months ago. So as you can see, I'm not sure if I can see properly. Alright, so when I planted this one, it only have, I think it was only 1 leaf. was on it, or 2. And now, as you can see, we have fresh leaves here. See how they're pretty? Look, they are very pretty. So we have fresh leaves right here. So as you can see, they spring from new nodes there. So the nodes here, sure if I can see it. So the new leaves spring from them. See? So where you see a leaf, that's where a node is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. And guys, trust me, look at this. I'll have to cut. I'll have to cut out all of this section right here to get out my plant, because the root bore through the bottle. So where I had the bottom of the container bore here, that's where the root came through. So I know this process will work, guys.
And guys, she never water it every day. She never, how much time
No, I don't water it every day.
God bless how much time she did water it, people. True. But you know, some plants that don't require a lot of water.
Yes.
But then you have some plants, you have to probably water them every day for them really catch. But Croton different. So she cut in the bottom, people. So you have to cut it you want the plant for plant again.
Yes, I'm going to transplant it, guys, in the garden. So you see, guys, I have a lot of roots there, man. A lot of roots. I don't want to just take out the plant like this and damage my plant, you know. I work too long and hard on this.
People, God bless how much time she water the plant.
I'm not going to use this container again. I'm going to transplant it in the garden. This, guys. Here we go. See this, guys? So all I'm going to do now is just to transplant it in the garden with the soil. Right? So I'm not going to remove the soil.
We can do it with orange tree, don't?
Yes,
no
man.
Trees. We can do it with any tree, people. Any tree we can do this with.
So while you're at home and doing nothing, you can just go outside and just do some gardening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to transplant it in the garden with the soil. Okay, and I'll encourage Karine to do another video when my plant get bigger.
Tell us I want to see some budding, people. Me want to learn how to bud plant. For bud plant and get different.
It is another type of plant propagation. So budding is one, grafting is one, layering is one.
Alright, so people, we're gonna do one video with all of that. Different methods, because grafting different from budding. We have to do one different video, people. Because me want to learn how to do grafting. So which one with the orange tree though? If you want like the sweet orange. If you want sweet, you have a sour orange tree.
And you want to
you have a sour orange tree and you want like sweet orange.
When you do grafting.
A grafting that
yes. So you have both oranges on the same tree. So the sour one and the sweet one, as you put it.
People should go do that for a week. Have one day.
And guys, when you doing plant propagation, especially with Croton, you don't necessarily have to use the stem. You can actually use the leaf as well. So for you guys who have rooting powder and all those rooting hormones, all you do is just rub it here and plant it. For those of you who don't have it, then you don't have to use it because you don't have it. So
we just stick
you
the
can
leaf?
do it, put it in water for a few days or a few weeks. So you can actually do propagation using the leaf or the stem. Okay.
Alright guys, so I hope you guys learned something because I didn't. As me telling you before, me never know what is the whole propagation thing. Never done it before. So I just asked her to, to share it with us today. Because we have people home and people not have nothing to do. People have this whole heap of yard space. You want to do like a transplanting or yeah, some ask her to come share with us. And as I said before, we want to learn about budding and grafting. So I'm going to ask her again to come and do another video and explain those processes to us. So guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't as yet. And just continue to look out for more videos. Alright guys? I love you. Mwah, mwah.
Bye bye.